Linebacker Nate Palmer, sixth-round draft pick out of Illinois State. Normal, beautiful city, beautiful place. I've driven past that stadium, and a wonderful Midwest setting, Harry Sydney, just idyllic. And Nate goes from there to Lambeau Field. Very fortunate. Nate, welcome to the show. How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing all right, and yourself?
Excellent, excellent. First, congratulations on being a Green Bay Packer. If you could just quickly walk our listeners through what it was like when you got the call that you were going to be a Packer.
It was a life-changing experience. You know, you hear the stories all the time about how people are speechless and they just don't know what to say. And when I got the call, I was honestly speechless. I was like, I thought I was talking, but I wasn't. I just remember the coach was like, "Nate, you there?" And I was like, oh, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I just spaced out."
Pretty big lump in the throat, I would imagine. It sounds like for you more even than what you imagined. Talk about the Packers specifically and coming to Green Bay, what you knew of them maybe before the draft and a little bit since.
What I knew of them before the draft, I knew, they used to a winning tradition. It's a storied franchise, and they're really used to winning. And from my perspective of it, I knew from the Chicago side, but And it was kind of a love-hate relationship. But now that I'm a Packer, I put all that behind me because one of my coaches told me when you're going through this process, all your favorite teams, being a fan of the NFL, that's out the door. You're a businessman now, so I'm a businessman about it.
Visiting with Nate Palmer, sixth-round draft pick out of Illinois State, Green Bay Packer linebacker here on the Fan.
So for the Green Bay Packer fan that's going to come watch you and start watching you practice, what are they going to see?
They're going to see a really hard worker because that's just something I really pride myself on. I'm not the fastest, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest, so I have to work hard to be good to be good at what I do. So that's what they'll see.
Visiting with Nate Palmer here on Sportsline. This is the Fan. I got to ask you about an article JS Online had about you, Tyler Dunn wrote. I talked with Spence Nowinski, your defensive line coach, and he was visiting with Kevin Green, coaches putting their heads together, and he's learning things, and he's watching Clay Matthews, and he's picturing Nate Palmer. Talk about what that would be like, and maybe your thoughts on Matthews and joining the defense and how you might fit.
Well, that's kind of funny because my coach, I didn't even know they had met until I took a visit up there. He showed me a letter that I think you know my coach. I was like, "Dad, that's my position coach." He told me about the meeting that they had, and I was like, "Okay, that's nice. That was nice of him to do that, to take the time out his schedule, to go talk to my coach and just to think, to be on the same team as Clay Matthews, someone who I watched for like the last 3 years, it's pretty." It's pretty nice because he's the best at what he does, and he's learning from the best, Coach Green, and just to be able to study under them two is just like you can't ask for a better opportunity.
Visiting with Nate Palmer.
And I say thanks.
You bet. Visiting with Nate Palmer, Packers outside linebacker, sixth-round draft pick. Here on the
earlier when we talked about if they're watching back when you see a hard worker, now. A lot of guys pattern their self off of somebody, this is the first time I get to see you. So who would you say anybody in the pros now, who would you say your game is similar to?
I say Von Miller just because it's most of the time it's speed. Then you're gonna use your counter move. But a lot of my friends say either Von Miller or Sean Phillips.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. The Packers got Von Miller in the sixth round here. I like it. I like the confidence. Now, rookies generally can get stronger and better, and they do, and it's amazing sometimes the acceleration just from going to where it's your full-time, like you said, to your businessman now. It's your occupation. Just some areas where you feel you're excited to get in there and maybe improve, upgrade some parts of your game.
Just stopping the run. A lot of times, that was just an area struggle because I am just a natural pass rusher. I want to sack the quarterback every play, even if it's 4th and 1. But, that's just something I really think I can improve on. I know I made a big improvement from my junior to my senior year in stopping the run, and I just want to, make an even bigger improvement, because nobody just want to be a third down guy. You want to be there on the field all the time. Yeah.
With Nate Palmer, one of the newest Packers. Nate, you played at Illinois and then Southern Illinois, a smaller school. How did playing in a Big Ten environment you think will help you translate to the NFL?
The crowd. I feel like football is football on all levels, except the skill level might, deteriorate a little bit. But you don't face big crowds playing at the little levels, at the 1AA level. When I was at Illinois, we went into Ohio State when it was 110,000, went into the big house when it was 113, a sold-out crowd. Same thing with Penn State. So I feel like just by me playing in those games and being in that atmosphere, it kind of helps you overcome the crowd and, the noise. Because if you never heard that noise before, it could be pretty intimidating.
Visiting with Nate Palmer, 6th-round pick out of Illinois State, Green Bay Packers linebacker here on the Fan, Harry.
What was saying that, like you said, it's so true about the crowd. What was your defensive scheme? What did you guys play?
We ran a 4-3, a base 4-3.
Did you base 4-3, a lot of blitzing, things like that?
Nah, not really. We just ran our defense. We blitzed every now and then. Ran a few pressures, but we really never. We just played our defense.
Did you line up strong side, weak side more?
Yeah, we had strong side, weak side.
And were you pretty versatile? Did you line up at either one position or the other? Were you over the tight end much, or were you on the other side?
Yeah, it really didn't matter. Sometimes I'll play over the tight end. Sometimes I'll play the open side. And pretty much, depending on like where the ball was at, down and distance, things of that nature. But primarily, I was on the open side.
Okay. Visiting with Nate Palmer, linebacker, Green Bay Packer rookie here on the Fan. Nate, I got to ask you. Okay, so we're putting together a little deal, a night with Nate. What would that consist of? What would be your favorite meal that you'd like to have? Turlop can cook now a little bit, so we don't want to underestimate that. If you get a little homesick for some good cooking, a couple of guys in their 20s can hang out. What would your evening consist of? What do you like?
Well, I'm really simple. It's kind of like scary how simple I am. If I get something to eat, most of the time I eat a lot. So when I go out to eat, I try to get pasta because you get a lot. So,
you're a volume eater. You are like Turlop.
It also sounds like a guy in college.
Yeah.
I am. I'm just leaving college, so I still have a college mindset when I go out to eat. I gotta, think on the budget. So I get some pasta or something, with some variation of pasta with chicken, shrimp, different things to go with it, and then I probably come home and watch movies. That's all I really do. I'm not big on going to the movies and the show and stuff like that, but I come to my apartment and watch movies all day because I really don't watch TV like that. I like movies. I enjoy watching movies.
Well, Green Bay is the home of big eaters. I will tell you that.
Yes.
if you like big
good
portions,
restaurant. You ain't got to worry about that, man.
No, you will not go hungry here. That is for sure. Dom Capers, your defensive coordinator. How much of contact have you had with him at all, and kind of what is your priority list here, maybe your to-do list before you get busy with mini camps and OTAs and that?
I talked to him. I think I talked to him once, and it was the day I got drafted. And just things on my to-do list before minicamp, stuff like that, is pretty much just finish up my internship with school, so I'll go ahead and graduate because I've been doing that throughout this whole process. Like, I just recently got in from it. We had a Advocate for Young Hearts thing at one of the high schools out here. We were giving high school students EKG tests for the last 2 days. And just want to see my family because I don't know when a chance I'm going to get to see them again, probably the next month and a half. And, just enjoy spending time with my friends because, we all embarking on different journeys. Two of my best friends, one of my best friends is going to Houston, and the other one is going to Cleveland. So, we're going to try to enjoy that. And then it's time to get focused.
Mm-hmm.
And Nate, you mentioned graduating. How important is that to you? Because sometimes that gets overshadowed with college athletics today.
That's big with me. Like I really pride myself on that, and I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to walk across the stage because I'll be in minicamp. But at the end of the day, I'm blessed and thankful for the opportunity that I have, and I'd rather be practicing football than, because I'm going to get my diploma regardless than walking across the stage. There's some satisfaction with walking across the stage and, with your classmates, but millions of people will be happy to have this opportunity, and I'm just going to take it, and just try to capitalize on it.
I was just thinking it would be nice if there was a Packer helmet at a seat where you would be sitting for your graduation, or better yet, if you had a family member, somebody who's really special that could experience that for you.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Hey, thanks for visiting with us, Nate.
Talking to you, man.
Look forward to visiting with you when you get to Green Bay and get started here on the career. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank everyone.
You bet. Nate Palmer, 6th-round draft pick, Illinois State. Were we ever that young? Were we ever that smart?